All right, here we go. And we are back. Welcome to the Soapbox, where people who work, volunteer, and care about recovery tell us who they are and what they're most passionate about. My name is Rich Jones, RN, and I represent Parenting Your Child in Recovery.com and the home website, secondstarts.com. That's the number 2NDSTARTS.com. Today, my guest, I know I say this all the time, but my special guest today is Nanette Ginise. Nanette is the founder and director of Self-Care for Recovery. And she is also, and I want to mention this, the American Massage Therapy Association's 2025 Others First Award winner. And she is also a woman in long-term recovery. Jeanette, how are you? And thank you for being here.
I am doing wonderful today, Rich. I'm glad to be here. It's nice to revisit this again.
Yes, it is. That's one of my, hey, tell everybody, Jeanette was one of my very first guests when I started the show a couple years ago. And I'm so glad that she would come back and grace me with her presence and her knowledge and her mission again. So I want to thank you again for that. Thank you so much. Jeanette, as I start every show, please give me the Cliff Notes version of who you are, how you got to where you're at today.
Okay, the Cliff Notes version of who I am and how I got to.
Yes, let's see.
Okay, so real quick. I just was somebody living a life, enjoying life, trying to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up, made some bad choices in direction, got put on the right path. That right path is why I'm sitting here today. I have a lot of gratitude for being able to get myself out of that place.
Okay.
Why I started what I'm doing is because I want to help people that were in that place that are working to get out of it, to give them the support and the care that they need to do it.
Okay.
I understand the feelings. I can identify with the struggle of particularly a lot of the women that are just trying to heal and get better, right? Substance and alcohol abuse disorder hits a lot of people. Some come out of it, some don't. Same thing with mental illness. Some people get the care they need, and some people don't. I want to be the hand that can reach out to people.
Okay.
And help give them that support. So that's the Cliff Notes of where where I've been and what I do.
Okay, to add on these Cliff Notes, let's give me a quick version of what do you do? I told everybody it was the American Massage Therapy Association, but before we go through the soapbox points, give them an idea of what's going on here.
Okay, so professionally, I am a licensed massage therapist. One day it just dawned on me, why don't I take this gift of being able to help restore some comfort and relaxation to a body, also being trained in anatomy and physiology. You've got some aches and pains, you've got a little misalignment in your muscles or imbalances. We can help you with that pain relief. You don't have to turn to depression or drugs or whatever. Right. I said, let's take this and use this for people in recovery, because you're in recovery too. Right. And I can speak from the inside. So this is how this happened. So I presented it to a women's halfway house near me, and they loved the idea. I have been doing this there since 2018.
Okay.
And I'm still at that same residence, and we've expanded to some other places.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. I want to talk about that later. Great. Okay. All right. Before we move on, I just want to remind everybody we're going to have some information how you can contact Nanette and get some information about what she's doing. One of the goals of my program today is to see if we can give this program some legs all around the country, because I think it's just so worthwhile and it makes so much sense to me. Before we move on, so in those show notes, remember, keep looking, and I'm going to give you some information. I want some people to connect with Nanette, and I like I say, we want to keep this thing moving. Also, in the show notes, if you are a parent, mentor, or practitioner who loves, cares, or works with young adults, those in trouble, those at risk, those who are currently being helped with other evidence-based practices, Parenting Your Child in Recovery also offers a non-clinical option that accelerates and multiplies the results. In the show notes, if you are a support person or a practitioner, there'll be something there for you. Okay, Jeanette, this is the part I like, when I get you up on the soapbox and we want to talk more and go into more depth about your program and the mindsets that you have behind it. So Get up on the soapbox, Jeanette.
Okay, I'm up.
Okay. All right. Talk to me about how you see the benefits in recovery, the benefits of holistic practices. How you.
That, thank you for asking that, because I think some people, it doesn't even, I don't think it even crosses their mind that people in recovery would care. I myself, the community I live in, it's a more affluent community. A lot of the people that I've met through meetings here are able to afford, either through insurance or out of pocket, some pretty nice hospitals or rehabs that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
Those places do offer acupuncture, massage therapy, all on site.
Okay.
Then you have a whole other population that go into, let's see if we can find you a bed somewhere.
Right.
And there are going to be no add-ons. This is the community I want to show that there's another way of softening,
Okay.
right? And loving yourself again. Because I believe a lot of our substance and alcohol use disorders is because we're not comfortable in our own skin.
Mm-hmm.
We are angry at ourselves, disappointed at ourselves, feel unloved. Mindful practices like massage therapy, right? You get somebody on the table, you're very mindful of your touch, you're very mindful of the person under you.
Mm-hmm.
If they trust you, it gives them some space to let go and relax. That's very powerful for a lot of people I work with, and that's a lot of
Powerful.
feedback I get back. From an Eastern theory, acupuncture, that's just going to move a lot of blocked energy in the body. Right? I'm a great proponent of acupuncture, Ben. Ever since I met my first acupuncturist and had that experience. Meditation, yoga, journaling, all practices that may not have ever been on their radar, but we bring that to them and it gives them a space to center, focus, look inward, right? Okay. That's why we take what we do to the places that we do.
Oh, okay.
And I wandered off on answering that question, but
that's okay because that's okay because I wanted to move right into that part. So you led me to my next question. Talk to me about the process to bringing it to these communities. What you had to do to start getting people to listen to you. I know you said you went to one care facility, but you've also moved this mindset has moved to other places in your state.
Yes. I'm stuttering. Yeah, we knocked on a lot of doors.
Okay.
It was not easy at first because again, it's like, well, why would you want to bring massage here? Right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times massage is looked at as a luxury.
Right.
And that was the stigma that we had to move around. But we have. And the feedback has been that now we have places emailing us. Would you be interested in coming working with the women here?
Okay.
And that speaks volumes to me. Okay. That there's starting to be an awareness and acceptance. Let's do something to add, let's educate the recovery community to other options, right? Because as we said before, massage therapy is a pathway to recovery, right? Going to church is a pathway to recovery.
Okay.
Right? A healthy diet is a pathway to recovery. There are many, many pathways to recovery. So I just want to add a more positive one to that, another positive pathway to that whole contingency of what are the best things I can do to build my self-esteem back up, my health back up, and to live the life I was intended to live.
Okay. What other places are also? Who else is giving you help? In what state are you working out of again?
I am in Connecticut.
Okay.
In terms of massage, I am doing most of the hands-on in the women's facilities myself.
Okay.
We have some other organizations that we go to. We just do chair specifically. I have 2 women that love giving back to the community, massage therapists, particularly up in one of the cities that we work at. They will always show up for me. But I am desperate for other massage therapists to say, hey, you know what? I can give you 4 hours this month. So I'm trying to navigate how to reach out to the massage therapy community and just say, would you mind donating 4 hours this month? so that we
Okay.
can start covering more of what we're being requested to do.
Okay. I hope I can help you with that. I mean, I think that it makes so much sense. Uh, Massage, acupuncture, thought of as luxuries, but there's a reason why people with luxury want that. It's beneficial.
Right,
Okay. It's
right,
not just, it's not for nothing, as they say.
right.
So that's why they would want it. It is beneficial. It is comforting. And I can see easily how that could be a pathway to recovery. Makes so much sense to me. Um, Tell me now, what is your history as well? How long have you actually been working as a massage therapist? What's your
I was licensed in 1999,
okay.
in last century, back in the
Oh,
20th century. Oh, sorry.
oh,
I just, it's funny to say that because you make it sound you live like a long time. But yeah, since 1999. I'm not
okay.
kidding though.
And at that time, did you see or did you think in these terms as helping other people, or what was your reason even for going into that field?
I've always been interested in natural healthcare. Herbal medicine was something that I was always something I was doing on my own on the side, studying. Took a
Okay.
course in Chinese herbal medicine, and I
Okay.
just thought to myself, everybody. I was always like rubbing people's shoulders, and somebody said to me, you got really good hands. You should go to school. So I said, okay, I did.
Okay. That very interesting. Okay. I want to remind everybody again, we will check those show notes out. We're going to try to develop some things to help Nanette get some people on board with this. It seems, and then she's only asking for some hours and to spread this mindset. I think that's something that we as a community can do. So that information will be in the show notes. Reminding you again, if you're a
Thank
parent
you.
mentor or practitioner who loves, cares, or works with young adults at risk, currently in trouble, or currently receiving help, parentingyourchildinrecovery.com is a non-clinical uh, modality that accelerates and increases results for those families and those practitioners and the young people involved. Okay. I'm going to have to cut that out. Okay. All right.
Do you have
Let's
some
see.
water nearby?
I always forget it. Um, okay. All right, Nanette, I want to talk about some projects that you have coming up and some things and places, that you may or may not be working. You mentioned to me something about an assessment. Talk to me about that. How does that work and how is it initiated? Where is
Oh,
it initiated?
we do a mental health care is healthcare event every year for the month of May, mental health awareness. This year will be our fourth time hosting this event, which has grown and it's a lot of fun. We want to have some swag to give people when they come in, and
Okay.
we created this little booklet called a self-care assessment guide.
Okay.
And it was so nice that after the first year of giving it away just randomly, I said, we need to take this and use this in a more practical way. So I have been taking it to some community centers, recovery centers, and doing a self-care assessment support group. So we take this booklet, we answer the questions, yes, sometimes, never kind of, rating, add them up in different categories like, eating, exercise, personal relationships, work relationships. A lot of it is about boundaries. And then we talk about it. Um,
Okay.
and people get an insight of where they're not taking care of themselves. And as we talk about it, the conversation can switch to, well, why are you not taking care of yourself? Let's look at that.
Okay.
It's a group activity. We've done it 4 times so far,
Okay.
um, and we're enjoying it. And we have fun in the group. Also, one of my board members is a high school teacher, so she's been doing the lead teaching on this, and
Okay.
it's just fun to watch her work the room. It's
Okay.
a good time.
Is this assessment always given in person?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. We
Oh,
sit.
okay.
It's a group activity. This way,
Oh,
there's conversation.
okay. All right. All right. Is there a way for other people to get this mindset of this assessment? Is it going to be spread out anytime soon? I mean,
Interesting. We had thought about developing it into something bigger, and we had access to it on our website, but we took it down because we weren't quite sure the direction we were going in. It was just kind of, hanging there to be developed kind of thing. And that always makes me crazy when you go to a website and it's keep waiting. So we said, when we're ready, we'll put it up.
Okay.
I do not know how to get it out of what we're doing yet, but that's
Okay.
part of our growth process to make this a larger, take it out of Connecticut into other communities and give it to other people so that they can take it, because we can't be everywhere, but other people can.
Right. Nanette, talk to me about the actual specific individual people that you end up working with. Primarily male, female. What type of community do you actually, put this on? Is it always substance use communities? I mean, what kind of communities are you addressing with this?
Specifically the recovery community. When we did start, it was, like I said, a women's transition house, a women's inpatient family, women and children inpatient rehab that we've been at now for 4 years.
Okay.
But there's an organization in Connecticut called the Connecticut Community for Addiction Recovery, CCAR. Spit that out, Nanette. Right? I'm a recovery coach with them, and I still can't spit that out. Where's Richard's glass of water? That would help me right about now. So that is male and female. They have community centers all over Connecticut, but mostly upstate in some of the harder hit cities in terms of drugs, crime, poverty.
Okay.
All of Connecticut is not South Fairfield County.
Okay.
But those are the communities that we go to and we work with. There's dual diagnosis. There are definitely people that have some mental health issues also. People that are bipolar and have a substance use disorder, or suffer severe depression and they can't get out of it, and also substance use. So there is a crossover.
Okay.
But it's specifically right now we're in the recovery community.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Wow. I have to clean this up. We don't have that much. Okay.
Some of the other things that we're working on besides that the self-care assessment, because we just like that as a group activity. And a lot of these centers you go into are always looking for a group activity, because the community comes and hangs out in these centers all day. So they like to have the day scheduled so everybody's not just sitting around playing on their phone.
Okay.
So we'll come in and do this one day. My board member who helps teach this also does a journaling class with them.
Okay.
So we've been trying to take that more around the state to other CCAR facilities or other community centers. Hey, we got this. We'll bring it in.
Okay. Yes.
And then we're putting together a thing called the Massage Squad.
Okay. All right.
This will not be for the recoveries. This is where we're targeting more towards the caregivers, the admin of some of these larger.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. There's a source of stress and unease right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh yeah. When I go into the families in recovery program, the case managers, the support staff, I'm in there, and I'm sometimes they're having a day. Sometimes your clients will act out, and I'm like, I feel bad because I'm taking the girls in for a massage, and I'm watching this case manager go, "Good Lord, I could use a massage."
Yes. Yes.
I could just use lunch, but so we're trying to figure out some way to get something for them also.
Okay, that is a worthwhile angle also. One of the things I like to talk about here, or the people that I that call about the show, and it's different practitioners. I'm always interested in the self-care of the practitioners, because that is a source of a source of agitation and trouble that we just sometimes you don't have time to talk about. We're so busy worrying about and facilitating our missions that, one of the easiest things to do is forget about, as you say, self-care for recovery is extremely important. So we helpers, I like to call us, need to keep that in mind. I'd appreciate you saying that. Nanette, talk to me real quickly. I know you want to toot your horn, but the award you got in 2025, that was from the association. Is that just a Connecticut thing, the Massage Association?
Earlier in the year, I won the Connecticut chapter. They nominated me and presented me with that same Others First, and then they nominated me on a national level, and I got that award through the American Massage Therapy Association national organization.
Okay.
Which was
All right.
really quite an honor.
Yeah.
I was completely blown away by it, and I got to fly to Texas and
Oh, that's nice.
go to the
Yeah.
national convention and be presented with the award and hobnob with a lot of other professional massage therapists and meet people I hadn't seen in a long time and make new friends. So yeah, that was a great experience. But I got to tell you, I was a little floored that I got tapped for that. But it made me happy.
That was nice. After I talked to you about it, I looked up the website and I found the award and the citation, and it was impressive.
Oh, thank you. I know. I was looking at that going, who wrote that? No.
Yeah, no, it was good. I definitely want to steal a little bit of that for the description, so you may see it again sometime shortly. So,
Thank
but
you.
that was very good, and it's very timely, and the information that you bring and the help that you bring to me is so valuable because it's not theory, it's common sense. And that's what I like about it. It's not a whole bunch of jumbling around. A lot of us are forced to deal in a lot of theory, but this is common sense. I can massage you, I can ease your body, I can help ease your mind. And that's age old. So we can appreciate that so much. Before we go, talk to me about Nanette, the personal person. What do you do for fun? What do you do for relaxation? I mean, do you get massages?
I actually got one yesterday.
Okay.
But that was an anomaly. I usually don't slow down fast enough to get one. So I have a peer that just said, I have a break in my schedule. You're going to get a massage tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I'm not going to say no. I myself, I got to call myself out. I need to, put my money where my mouth is with that part. But I do take care of myself as best I can. What do I do for fun?
Yeah.
Sleep.
Sleep is good.
Oh my God. If I look at my schedule and it's like, oh my God, the day is over at this time, I can sit down, I can have something to eat, and then I'm going to bed. And that's as exciting as saying, oh boy, we're all going to go to the club on Friday night.
Oh,
that's definitely an age thing too.
That's okay. I'm a sleeper myself too. I believe in sleep. My wife gets upset with me because she's a bit of an insomniac, and I'm a bit of if you spell the word pillow, I'm halfway out. So it doesn't. I rest very well, to say the least. I can take a nap. I've got that part down pretty good. So okay, Nanette, I want to thank you for coming on with me. I want to remind everybody to check those show notes out. My goal here is to further this mission. I think that it's something that needs to be. I've worked and been around a lot of rehab facilities, and it's fewer and far between that those who take advantage of these type of modalities, for whatever their reasons for not, we won't get into that, but there's obvious help. And this is something I think that definitely can be spurred on around the country. So I'm sort of taking this on as a little challenge, even for myself, because I think it makes so much sense and it's so easy, and it's available. It's knowledge that's available. We have these type of practitioners around, looking to give these services, help people with these services. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for being my guest. It was marvelous talking to you again, and I hope we stay in touch.
Thank you, Richard. It was a pleasure to spend this time this morning with you.
That is great. And always in closing, I want to remind everybody, let's remember to get out there and help somebody get better, help somebody stay better, and most importantly, let's help somebody be better. Thank you.
Love that. Bye.